This is DevOps in Agile Way podcast.
Hello everyone, this is the last episode this year, and I promised you to talk a little bit about Amazon Q, so I'll do it. As a disclaimer on the beginning, I didn't test everything what is related to Q or Amazon Q, because Q, well, there is only one Q, this Q from Star Trek, right? So Amazon Q. I tested a couple of things which I will talk about. On the end, I will say if this is a game changer or not, so stay tuned and wait this couple of minutes if you would like to know what I think. What Amazon Q is really. AWS described it as your generative AI-powered assistant designed for work that can be tailored to your business. In other words, this is something what is really, let's say, integrated and really, I would say even deeply integrated with AWS and can help you with your work related to AWS, right? Of course, there is one aspect which I didn't test. So this is about the applications. You can create applications with Amazon Q. I'll do it probably, and then I will do the update to this episode. But right now I didn't use it at all. So I tested Amazon Q in similar way like ChatGPT, let's say. Right now, Amazon Q is in preview only and is available in two regions, North Virginia, US East 1, and Oregon, US West 2. So only those two regions have this Q available as a service, but you can use it really easily in other ways, right? So for example, when you go to any service of AWS, let me go, for example, right now to the Lambdas, and let's see if I can use Q. Yes, I can. So on the right side of your screen, you will find some small icon related to Amazon Q, and then you can chat with this chatbot using Q. About intelligence here. This is funny because I said on purpose that I'm going to AWS Lambda. And when I opened this Amazon Q assistant, I see a couple of helping sentences, let's say, and starting with "Hello, I'm Amazon Q," blah blah blah. Ask me anything about AWS services, and then I have 3 examples, and it will be nice to have these examples related to the service I am right now. So I am in AWS Lambda, but I have questions like, why can't I SSH to my EC2 instance? What is the CLI command to list all the T3 micro instances? So, well, small thing, really not relevant at all, but it will be really nice to have this more related to the topic or to the service you are in. And then, of course, you can ask things about AWS, and this is very important. We should ask things related to AWS, but not necessarily only, okay? So, well, probably it's not a very smart decision to ask about some book. Let me do this example. Tell me who is the main character in Harry Potter series. And let's see if this kind of common knowledge Amazon Q knows. No, it doesn't. And this is why we should ask things related to AWS. But as I said, not only, we have also possibility to ask about specific cases in, for example, programming languages. So I've done tests. I created a small application using React and Python, and Amazon Q was able to help me sometimes. This is very important, sometimes. So we already know that we shouldn't ask about Harry Potter, okay? So Q doesn't know. This is different universe, let's say. What next? We can integrate Amazon Q very easily with your editor. I installed this Amazon Q through the whole AWS package into my Visual Studio Code, and I have this available easily for every single thing I'm doing. I have special icon and I can ask and chat with Amazon Q. And before I go to things related to pricing, plans, etc., let me tell you what I think about Amazon Q integration in my Visual Studio Code. I kinda like it. And this is important. I'm not in love. I would say that this is very, very helpful tool. The integration is really great. So I can code on one side of my screen and I can ask for some help on the second side of my screen. This is really cool. What more? I can say to Amazon Q. I can say, hey, look on this specific file and tell me what should I upgrade or update. I have, for example, JSON data file, and I said, hey, check this JSON data file, and based on structure of this file, provide me some specific part of code in Python to do something with this. And this is what Amazon Q did for me. It doesn't work. But anyway, it did it. Okay, I had to do some changes, some updates, some fixes, but Q is able to analyze your project, at least partially. This is really great, and this may have really huge impact on our daily work. But not everything here is beautiful, okay? Because during my tests, I approach to this in a specific way. So I try to play person who is not really good with programming. Well, not very far from what I really am, but still, even if I knew the answer, I asked to see, okay, to have more and more data to provide my opinion here. And what I saw, Amazon Q wasn't able to answer to all my questions related to coding in Python. That's obvious. I do the comparison between Amazon Q, ChatGPT, and just simple query of Stack Overflow. And you know what? Stack Overflow will survive at least a couple of years. Because I would say like 1/3 was for each with the proper answers. For Stack Overflow, I mean like first 3 links which I clicked after asking the question, I received the proper answer. With stuff related to AWS directly, Amazon Q was definitely better, but not perfect. It still has some needs to learn. And with the AI model, learning is like a very important part, like normal life. But anyway, it is not perfect still. Of course, we can say Amazon Q is still not generally available. So maybe I'm complaining too much. It's still probably some learning processes behind the scene to make Amazon Q better and better and better, and that's fine. But what is now is now. I can summarize this part. It is very useful, but still as a helping hand, not like someone who will tell you what to do. Partially, yes, but this is risky. And with any AI, this is risky. So as a helping hand, as a somehow reviewer, yes, that's perfectly fine and works really well. But you have to know what you do. This is crucial. This is must have or must be. Okay, you must know what you want to do, how you want to do, more or less, and how to do it, really. And then Amazon Q and other AIs can help you to make it better. Okay, so I told you that I have this integrated with my VCS Code. I did it by installing AWS Toolkit. So there is Amazon Q, there is Code Whisperer, and more and more. AWS Toolkit allows you to start working with Amazon Q, but you need to log in into the service. You can do it in a couple of ways. I used developer ID in order to log in, but also you can use IAMs in order to start using Q. Beside VS Code, JetBrains has also this integration. So those two, at least as far as I know, those two editors can use AWS Toolkit with Amazon Q inside. For pricing, This is interesting point because right now I'm checking this if this is true at this point. Yes. So as long as Amazon Q is in preview period, so like right now, like today, it is free. But it will be paid service. There will be two plans, at least two plans are planned. Amazon Q Business, which will cost $20 per month, or Amazon Q Builder, $25 per month, per user. And there are some differences, mostly related to troubleshooting and optimization capabilities of the service. So this is in the higher plan. Okay, and also this higher plan covers things related to security. So that's interesting. I think I will try this because I'm really interested in this security and vulnerability scanning. This may be very, very interesting. $25 per month. Okay, well, it's not end of the world, so I can try it. And this will be as a service. So we'll see how it will work. So to finalize this final episode this year, do I like Amazon Q? I would say yes. It is really nicely integrated with my VS Code. I can use it. I can use it on daily basis. I'm not fully satisfied with the answers because once I fought for a very long time with Q, trying to change my prompt as much as I can. Then I surrendered and I asked the same question, the first question, I asked ChatGPT about it. And ChatGPT provided me the answer after the first prompt, the proper answer. And it was related to Boto3, if I remember correctly. So it is related to AWS. But as I said, Amazon Q is still in the preview. So not everything works perfectly fine, probably. Probably we will see better and better service next weeks. And finally, where it will go to general availability, well, we'll see what will happen there. But right now, for sure, it is not a game changer. It is a very helpful tool, but it's not a game changer. Okay? It is not something what will speed up your, how to say that? If you start working with AWS right now, Amazon Q is not something what make you one level higher. It's not. If you work with AWS for longer time, Amazon Q will not be, something what will give you hidden gems to use on daily basis. It can be your companion, it can be your helping hand. It will not be something what can make you obsolete. So no worries here. So as I said, it's not a game changer. It's really, really solid tool, or it will be, I hope, really, really solid tool, but not something what will take our own knowledge, our experience and throw away. This will not happen. Not this and next year, for sure. So we should be still pretty fine with our jobs related to AWS and any cloud really. And IT at all. Okay, guys, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for listening to all episodes this year. It is I think definitely more than 30 already. This will be 34th or 35th, if I remember correctly. Let me check just for the records. Yeah, this will be 34th episode. So, well... I'm not sure if this is something what tells you good things about me, that I don't know which episode I'm just publishing. But anyway, 34th episode of my podcast. Thank you very much for your time spending with me. Let me know what things on what topics you would like to hear more next year. And I wish you everything what is the best, and see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of DevOps in Agile Way podcast with your host, Pavel Pivash. Subscribe, comment, and do not forget to check our next episodes. Stay tuned. Stay safe. Stay curious.